Hello, welcome back to a new video on Horror Movie Collector. In this video I've got a bunch of photos from a book that I have made, and I did the whole book myself, printed it all, and it was a long trip away to Romania, and I stayed in Bucharest for a few nights, and I wanted to explore all the historical places connected to Vlad Dracula, or Vlad the Impaler, which is the real life historical figure that was also the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is the 1897 novel. And I just wanted to go and explore and learn more about who this person was, but according to the people that lived there, he was regarded as a hero, which was kind of confusing because he was such a barbaric person of his times, which is also, well, probably the reason, because it being medieval Europe, it was the sort of fashion of the day to be sort of torturing and killing people, which was pretty normal during those times. But this is a portrait of Vlad, which was 1560, and so this would have been after his reign, so this would have been after he was killed. So this is a copy of an original made during his lifetime. So you get an idea of what he looked like, and sort of very feared warlord or ruler of that time. This is another one, which again is very similar, just slightly different background on that one, but a really great shot of the ruler of Wallachia. So just a brief history. I'll do my best to keep it as accurate as possible. But he was Vlad III, known as Vlad the Impaler, which he became famous for. In Romanian, he was Vlad Tepes, or Vlad Dracula, which is known for the fictional character of the Count Dracula. So he was Prince of Wallachia 3 times between 1448 and his death. So he was born in Transylvania in 1431, and he was the second son of Vlad Dracula II, who was his father, who was ruler of Wallachia in 1436. Dracul, his father's name, in origin Romanian of his father, Vlad Dracul, Vlad the Dragon, or member of the Order of the Dragon, which was like a clan or society of people, which was a member of that group, which was the Order of the Dragon. So Dracul means the devil, or son of the devil. And around, because I'm referring to notes here, so I can't remember everything off the top of my head, but around 1442, Vlad and his younger brother, they were sent to court of the Ottoman Sultan Murad, I think that is, the second, as collateral to assure the Sultan that their father, in a reversal of his previous position, would support Ottoman Turks. So he basically he handed his Vlad over and his brother as like a ransom, really, or as they were taken captive. So then they are hoping that Dracul, their father, would keep peace with the Turks. And so when Vlad returned in 1448, having been informed of the assassinations of his father and his older brother at the hands of the Wallachian boyars nobles the year before, Vlad then embarked upon a lifelong series of campaigns to regain his father's seat. So when Vlad came to power, he became famous for his cruelty of impalement and impaling his enemies, basically. on sharp stakes, leaving them to die while they're still alive. Earned him the name Vlad the Impaler. And he impaled thousands, basically, so thousands of victims, and put fear into his enemy, which was the Turks. But you've got to remember the Turks were Muslim and he was Christian, so there was a lot of, in the religious beliefs as well, which was kind of, you know, there's always been wars with religion. But he was killed in battle around 1476 or maybe 75, so they were saying sort of around that time. So that's a little history on Vlad the Impaler. So he ruled 3 times altogether. So plus I think he was in prison as well during parts of his reign, and then when he got out he came back into power again. This is another picture here of Vlad the Impaler. This is more of a sort of between a fictional and sort of connections to the real life Vlad. This is more like a real brutal, barbaric Vlad the Impaler. Really great shot there, which is also the same pose as the figure I have, which I'll try and show in a minute, which you can just see just there in the corner, just on the top there. But the first place I actually went to was in Bucharest, was the princely courts, and Vlad founded the fortress of Bucharest in his quest of defeating the Ottoman Turks. So Vlad was ruling his country, Wallachia, which is Romanian today. So these are shots inside the princely court, which is down below, and I believe those pictures there, I'm not totally sure, but they could be more where the prisons were, these shots here, as you can see there. So they're like really long passageways that just stretched all the way through, which is really eerie and really kind of spooky to see all that. And it really had the sort of the Dracula atmosphere about it, which was absolutely brilliant. There are more shots there. They've got some shots there from the outside, but this is like in the centre of Bucharest. So this is one of the places where he would have held court. That's me in the blue there, the blue jacket. Outside, above those passageways below. So that picture there, that would have had walls around that and a roofing on that. So that's actually all open now, and just a ruin. And then on from that, you have, if I can pronounce it right, Targovista, or Targovist, I think it's Targovista, which is a princely court, medieval capital of Wallachia, a location where Vlad ruled following his father and grandfather. It was here that Vlad first used his trademark torture of impalement, so I'm guessing it was here that he impaled a lot of people at this palace here, which again is a ruin, as you can see there. But this is just a quick overview. I mean, you can easily look this up on the internet and see pictures and whatever. And you've got the tower there. But really great shots. But I had all this put in a book form that I wanted to do, which is really nice to keep it all together. Really great shots and great memories there. Another one there of the tower. And just outside the palace there. And then from that you had Pinoy Castle, which was located in the mountains. It saved Vlad's life numerous times through helping him defeat the army and against his sides against the Ottoman Turks. It has around 1,480 steps. I think that was right, of what I can remember. But you got here, that's me stood on the steps there, on the way up to the fortress, and that's with an excursion group there, which we stopped there to take a rest. So it's right through the forest, all the way up the mountain, really high up on the mountain, and you get really great shots looking down over the lakes and the rivers, and a lot of wild dogs about as well. So it really added to the Dracula atmosphere, and you can see how the inspiration came about with the fictional Dracula. So it worked very well. It's totally infamous today. But this is the ruin at the top. This is the fortress at the top, or the castle, whatever you want to call it. And again, that's me right at the top there. I made it all the way up. So really, really great shots of the fortress. It was also, it was just a few notes I put here. It was constructed at the beginning of the 13th century by Wallachians. Over time it was abandoned and left in ruins. Vlad III repaired the structure, making it one of his main fortresses. So this was the real Dracula castle. Whereas you have the other one, which is Bran Castle, which is inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula, where Bram Stoker would have got that inspiration from for his fictional character. It is said that Vlad would have stayed there, but he never lived there, so that wasn't actually the home where he lived during that time. So I believe a lot of tourists and that could probably get confused, because it's very sort of tourist upmarked for touristism, in a way to make you think that that's actually his castle, but it's not. It's based on more the fictional Dracula, and that's just a restaurant that was at the bottom, right below Pianoy Castle. You got like a statue there of Vlad just outside the restaurant there. So it's more authentic, and it's very much more Dracula country to go to that particular castle, Pianoy Castle. So yeah, so if anyone was doing a history trip or wanting to go there and do that, then I would recommend it. Definitely to go to the real Dracula castle. But that's the front of my book, which is it was a bust outside the princely court in Bucharest city of Vlad the Impaler. And then just up here, if I can get it up close enough, you have, stood next to Freddy there, is my statue there, or figure of Vlad the Impaler. Really great collectible figure to get hold of, to add to the horror collection, as for the connection with the Dracula legend. So there it is for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, and also there you can see is my framed picture there of Christopher Lee. That's actually signed by Christopher Lee there. You can just see that. That's his real signature. Of course, he only passed away not that long ago, so getting Christopher Lee's signature is quite sought after. And there's also that one there, Gary Oldman from Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is also another great film on the Dracula legend. So so there it is. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. A little history tour there. So thank you very much. Bye.